welcome to today's broadcast. I am so glad that you guys are here to spend your lunch hour with me. It's not going to be an hour. Just want you to know that, but we're going to take about 10, 15 minutes and go through part two of our teaching. Again, welcome. Let somebody know we're on, invite somebody. We are excited to share some principles that we know is guaranteed to help your business, your small group, or whomever you're serving. So again, welcome. Let's set up our screen for today, and we are going to be dealing. Let me get my backdrop straight. All right, great. The art of negotiation, part two. That's what we're going to deal with. The art of negotiation, part two. Understanding the laws of negotiation. Understanding the laws of negotiation is what we're going to deal with. And so, I'm going to recap just for a moment, and then we're going to give you the one we left off. Understanding the laws of negotiation. Negotiation, the means by which to exchange goods, services, or something of value with verbal or nonverbal communication. That's what we believe uh, negotiation is. That's the definition of negotiation. The first law we gave on last Wednesday, understanding the law of compose, and we gave you several bullet points. Understanding the law of compose, how to keep your composure. We said you must keep your emotion in check. Then we say you must not allow the person to bait you into an emotional battle. Remember, it's business, not personal. Never let them see you sweat. Starting a negotiation before you're ready. Don't let anybody bait you into starting a negotiation before you are ready. Then don't make it personal. Remember that from last week. We gave you the second law, understanding the law of clothes, which is the appearance. Your appearance speaks volume. Research what's appropriate to wear. Just some bullet points, some important information that we know can help guide you as you negotiate. Stay flexible with the deal in mind. Stay flexible. I said last week, adaptable, flexible, changeable. All of those things help you to be in the right frame of mind. So let's jump right into our third one. And we're just going to do this one today. And we have a lot of bullet points. So the third law is understanding the law of culture and customs. Now, listen, I remember when I was encouraged to study cultures and customs. I'm a small business owner, um, and I was encouraged to study customs and culture, not understanding why. But as I began to be in the business, selling real estate and doing different things like that, I began to understand why. Because you cannot approach everybody the same way. Look at first a custom. Custom is an accepted practice of a community or person. Keyword accepted practices. That's what the custom is. Accepted practices of a community or people. Believe it or not, guys, every person, every human being have likes and dislikes. And people tend to group around other like-minded individuals. And people, believe it or not, and I know you guys know this, people will judge how you interact with them. They have customs. And so we're going to talk about some of those customs, but people have customs. Then B, culture, a form of civilization, particularly the belief, art, or customs. So people tend to group with each other, like-minded people, and certain segments of people. You can look at the city where we live, and I want you guys to tell me if you believe this is true or not. Look at the city where we live in New Orleans. We know in New Orleans, not just the town you live in, not just the parish you're in, Marrero, Westwego, the Lakefront, Gentilly, on in the New Orleans East. Does it? Watch this. Not just that, but people tend to migrate to people of like mind. And if you look at New Orleans, that's right. Juanita said that is so right. If you look at New Orleans, we all tend to migrate knowingly or unknowingly, um, willingly or unwillingly. We tend to migrate around like-minded individuals, a comfort zone. And then customs are built. What people do and don't do, what they like and what they don't like. So let me give you just a few thoughts. Again, I'm not going to keep you long. You're going to have more of your lunch hour than usual. Let me just give you some bullet points on understanding the law of customs and culture. In some culture, it is the custom. Notice we're using both. In some culture, it is the custom to stand at a certain distance. Listen, people have what is called boundaries. And people, listen, my wife will tell you, we have this conversation a lot. People will, listen how I'm saying, people will run up on you at 100. We say at 100, we mean like somebody just come right at you and just, they run right past the distance. Remember now, just 2-3 years ago, we were social distancing. It was the 6 feet rule. How many of you guys remember that? The 6 feet rule. That was when we had to socially distance ourselves. But in some customs, it did not take. Yeah, that's a great way to put it. Bum rush you. And some people don't understand that they think that everybody is like them. Watch this. You got to be careful when you begin to engage in the business world, the business sector and community. Everybody is different. The world is filled with unique people, and everybody doesn't want you to be in their personal space. And so some customs, some culture, it is a custom to stand at a certain distance. Number two, in some culture, it is their custom to sleep on the floor versus a bed. I'm just breaking down a few from research. Some customs, they sleep on the floor and not the bed. Juanita is saying, yes, we remember that, and it was different. Yes, it was. And it's just imagine some people, that's their culture and their custom. Some people, they want to sleep on the bed. That's their custom. The culture is, and their custom is they sleep on the bed, in the bed. Number three, in some cultures, it is their custom to greet each other with a kiss. If you don't know that, then you see certain cultures and customs where they kiss each other on both sides of the cheek. If you don't realize that or understand that, then that will come off as offensive. And if you want to have a business deal that's pending and pertinent, then you're going to flow accordingly. But if you are offended, then you may offend somebody because they may reach to kiss you on the cheek, on both cheek, and you don't want that. And it might be vice versa. But knowing, that's the key, knowing the customs and the culture can be a difference in a deal, a large deal, small deal, making the deal, closing the deal. 4, in some culture, it is an insult to be late. I think that should be a rule. Excuse me for laughing, but man, if that culture and custom must be worldwide. In some culture, it is an insult to be late because people value time and they know time is money. Juanita is saying again, wow, this is good. I didn't know that it is good to know about. Yeah, it's good to know it. Now, and when I was encouraged to study the cultures and the customs, I didn't know that I would have real estate deals that was pending, depending on how I interacted with different cultures and customs. That's the key to be late, especially in this business sector. Being late is costing people money, and most professional business people cannot, I'll say it like this, cannot stand or do not wish to deal with people who don't value their time. The last few here, and we'll be done. The last few. In some culture, it is an insult to prolong a meeting. It shows a disrespect for their time. In some cultures now, and it is a custom, it is an insult when you don't show up or you don't respect their time. Next one. In some culture, it is their custom to shake hand with the man first. Now, listen, this is just culture. We know we're living in a different progressive day and time now. But if you're going, let's say you're going out of town, going out in a different country, and you go into a different country and you reach to shake the woman's hand, it is a disrespect to the man, or vice versa. But if you don't know that culture, then if a deal is pending, and most times that's why we travel to different countries, especially in the business sector, is to close deals. And if we don't know that and we reach for the woman first, it is a disrespect. And 9 out of 10 times, you're not going to close that deal. The next, in some culture, it is their custom not to make eye contact. In some cultures, their custom is not to make eye contact. Now, listen, these are just researches that we found in different cultures and customs, be it right or wrong, good or bad. We're not defending neither one of these. We're just saying it's good to know the culture and the customs. And the final one, in some culture, it is their customs to keep their hands close to their bodies. Keep your hands to yourself. And in some culture, it is their custom to keep their hands close to their body. Listen, guys, these are just some laws and bullet points. Number 3, we have 7, but we're only going to try to give one per week, and not all of them, but just enough to let you see that this can probably help you in whatever group you're dealing with, at church, in your business, your home business, whatever you're dealing with or whatever you have going. These are some good laws and customs that we know if you brought that into your segment, into your workplace, into your jobs or whatever your business is, I believe it can help you. All right. I thank you guys again for taking time to join me today. I appreciate you guys' time. I value your time because in some cultures, it is a custom not to keep Kenneth too long. This is Empowered Life, and we are living intentionally forward every day. I want you guys to have the best day you can. Enjoy yourself. Go for it. Leap, jump, do whatever it is that you believe that you have a passion to do. And just know you have a coach, a speaker, and a trainer that's on your side cheering you on. I appreciate you guys so very much. I'll see you next week with more information that we know that can help thrust your business to the next level. Enjoy your day, and I'll see you next week.